Hi guys, welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the match reaction and player ratings for I say yet another Arsenal defeat. This time to Burnley, yet another home defeat. Sorry I was late. My guests were a bit frustrated there to make their own runs a bit. But Cozy, hi man, HJ, how are you?
I'm doing okay, thank you for having me on.
Cozy, unmute your mic. Is he there?
I'm not fine. I'm not really fine.
Yeah, we can tell. But yeah, just even before we get started, maybe I didn't hear you guys mention it. Just some 3 stats that you need to know before we get started. Number one, since Arteta came to Arsenal, we've picked up 6 red cards. That is the most in the whole Premier League at that time. The next team is Brighton. The next team is Brighton with 3. So indiscipline definitely affecting the team. Guendouzi's, Pepe's, all that. The second stat is all the teams that had fans back on the pitch this week, all of them, none of them lost apart from Arsenal. So there's no fans that are helping us have a bounce or anything like that. And another one, that's 4 defeats in a row at home. I think that's the first time since 1959, 1960. So talk about discipline, talk about lack of goals. Like there's literally so many things bad at Arsenal right now. HJ90, what do you think? What do you make of the game, and what do you think of those stats? Discipline and lack of goals.
It was 7 red cards since Arteta's come over.
and then most of them are kind of okay. I was actually talking about the league. I know the 7 one is like including like another competition. The other thing I'd say is you know what? Let me bring Nathaniel in because I don't even know what to say. Go ahead, HJ.
My thoughts is, look, I thought we'd win today, but obviously it's Arsenal. You don't know what you're gonna get. I thought the first half was very boring. We created 1 or 2 chances. I thought the one chance that Lacazette had where Tierney put it inside, it's 4 yards out. You have to be scoring that. That's supposed to be 1-0. I thought the next chance
actually there were 2 chances. There were 2 chances Aubameyang missed. The first one from
Aubameyang had one as well.
Yeah.
I thought Rob Holding could have done better with this header as well.
Yeah.
Rob Holding could have done better with this header as well. I thought Burnley, they were hanging on. Start of the second half, we were on top, creating a lot of chances, doing very well. And then XHAKA, what are you doing? Do you not see Pepe 2 weeks ago? What he did? Do you not learn from that? And then XHAKA, he tackles someone and then he decides to strangle him. Why? That's stupid. You're letting your team down by doing that. Why does he do that? I don't know. And fans will, what he'll excuses be, he won't say sorry. He'll say, oh, it's the fans' fault because they're cussing me. That's what his excuse will be. And then Arsenal fans' narratives will be, oh, we only lost today because XHAKA got sent off. Otherwise, we could have nicked a draw in this game. That will be narrative in this game. And after that, we created chances still. We held on. But then one corner came in and Aubameyang, he's finally scores a goal. Aubameyang scored a header, but not in our own half.
Cozy, what do you make of that stats about the yellow cards and stuff? Like, and then most of them are not even like good red cards to pick up and yellow cards to pick up. Last season, by the way, we had the most bookings in the Premier League. The most out of 20 teams. So what does that make you think? Like Nketiah got a red card against Leicester, very unnecessary. Pepe, very unnecessary, like picking up fights, all that. What does that make you think? Like indiscipline in the team?
Lack of discipline is caused by lack of fear for authority. It is it's a theory we have studied almost for the last how many years, and it's working. Truth is, if you have a mature manager like Sir Alexander Chapman Ferguson, you're not going to do that trash, are you? And Arsene Wenger, man like Granit Xhaka could not get off his shirt and step on it. You get me? Guendouzi could not get into someone's neck to strangle them. Pepe does the same, and Granit Xhaka does the same. You get me? I still remember Mikel Arteta. It was the WILLIAN Dubai incident. I still remember. He said it. He said, these things are happening at the club. Every day you expect something different. And that's like, Doesn't that communicate something to you, Mikel Arteta? You know, there is lack of respect starting from the pitch. Who's going to reprimand you? I mean, if I'm Granit Xhaka on that pitch, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Aubameyang is as quiet as someone who was born.
He needs to get dropped.
I'm telling you.
Remember when Arteta said it was all non-negotiable? What happened, Mikel? What happened to non-negotiable? And then when everyone asks why isn't Aubameyang, why you keep picking Aubameyang in press conference, he says, "Oh, because you're so good for us to last season." What's last season got to do with this season?
You understand? And there is lack of respect for the manager as well. Some of these players, the Hector Bellerins, the Mesut Ozils, they played with Mikel Arteta. You understand? That shouldn't be a problem, though. It shouldn't be a problem. But the problem is the manager is not putting himself in a position where you've got to respect him. Get me? If he's the manager who says I'm gonna drop Aubameyang because he's not performing, that's a manager you're gonna think twice before you get your thoughts. You understand? Against him, or your stupid thoughts. But this is a manager who can't drop Aubameyang because Aubameyang is undroppable to him. You understand? How do I start dropping Aubameyang? Nobody's going to respect you. The fans do not respect you. The players do not respect you. And that's the reason we're having these indiscipline, cases. And they're still coming. You understand? They're still coming. You're choosing players because you like some and you don't like some. You're not working on a merit system. That is what happens when you're not working on a merit system. The people you're pressing, the people under the bar, the people that are being pressed won't respect you. They will fight back. You get me? And I'm telling you, for a matter of fact, there is no respect. There is no leadership. Mikel Arteta is not a leader. He cannot lead these players. And there is no leadership even among the players. And that's why we are seeing these things, man.
Yeah, Nathaniel, just a bit. Nathaniel, let me bring you in. I wanted to ask, why is... I know Kosi just said Xhaka has no respect for the manager, but it's not even about the manager. He does not have respect for the fans. He does not have respect for the club. What do you make of that? It's not about respecting the manager only. You're supposed to respect the club.
Yeah, forgive me if you hear a bit of noise in the background. I got some family over, but about what Kosi said, I agree to a certain extent. Obviously, I literally a couple minutes ago on Kosi's stream, I said, when you bring in a manager, there's two things you have to look at. What's he done in his playing career, and if he doesn't have a good playing career, what did he do in his managerial career? But I tell you, he has neither of those. He hasn't done anything really of any recognition in his playing days, and he didn't do anything like as a manager so far. So I mean, these players, we already know some of these players are toxic, and some of these players, they don't really care about the badge. So you need a manager that's going to come in and say, you know what, I'm going to give you a couple of games. If you don't change my mind on you, like if you don't change my mind of you as a player, then you're dropped and you're not playing again. What I tell is that some of these players, the way we mismanage these players have been at the club way too long. So Arteta has played with some of these players. Keep in mind, Arteta retired in 2016, I think. So he's played with some of these players. Yeah. So he's already going to be, friends with some of these players. Oh yeah, let's have a little kickabout. Let's do this. Oh, let's hug and let's do this. Of course they're not going to respect the manager, and of course they're going to down tools because they look at him as like, oh, he's young. Oh, he's this, he's that. It doesn't matter. Like if you look at Hector Bellerin, him and Hector Bellerin have this relationship that I don't think I'll ever understand. I don't know why he keeps on picking Hector Bellerin. Why you see this guy on the screen? Why is he even at the club? He's been finished for about 4 years. The last good game he actually had was against Bayern Munich. He's poor. His pace is gone, and his pace was one of the reasons why fans started falling in love with him because he was able to recover. And they're saying, "Oh, he's showing passion. Oh, he's doing this." His positioning is probably the worst in the league. People talk about Wan-Bissaka, but at least Wan-Bissaka he can defend. Yeah, his position is not good, but he can defend. He knows the basics of a right back. I know football has changed, but one thing you have to be good at, like when you look at the team, it doesn't have you as a right wing. It has you as a defender. So if you're not going to be good, at crossing the ball like Wan-Bissaka, at least be good at going back the other way. He is not good at crossing the ball. anymore. He used to be good at crossing the ball. He doesn't care anymore. It's like he puts on those little crosses to Aubameyang. He just puts it into the box and just hopes somebody's going to score. These plays, man, they're a disgrace. And Arteta's not helping himself. He's not helping himself as well by picking some of these players. Like Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he should be starting. Like Arteta needs to change the way he manages because it's poor. He should be losing his job tomorrow. He should be sacked tonight. Really, if you really want to think about it, he should be sacked tonight. I know, Glenn, you're a bit more, optimistic, but he has to be gone tonight. This is unacceptable, bro. Unacceptable. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know how I'm gonna step up for him today. I've had all three of you. I've had the people in the chat. Probably I'm the only one who still doesn't think he should go out. And I don't know what to say. I'm probably wrong.
On what basis?
We'll come to that. Let's make it worse faster. So the results are on screen. Cozy. So we lost to City 1-0. We lost to Leicester. We lost to Villa. We lost to Wolves. We lost to Tottenham. Of course, we've lost today. The most worrying thing about these games that worries me most is the fact that we are not scoring goals. They're actually keeping clean sheets against us, every single team.
Yeah, I understand.
What worries you most? Is it the fact that teams are scoring anyhow against us, set pieces, through anything they want, or the fact that we're not scoring goals? We have no answer for them.
You see, Glenn, what worries me in this situation we are in is not the lack of goals. No, against Wolves, you can't tell me that we can't score 2 goals against Wolves. That's a 2-2. You can't tell me that we can't score 1 goal against Leicester City. That's a 1-1. You can't tell me that we can't score the situation in which City were. By the time we played them, we could even score 2 goals against them. That's a 2-1. You get me?
Yeah.
Maybe against Villa, probably they outclassed us. I'll go with that. You can't tell me that we can't put 1 goal past Leeds. That's a 1-0. Get me? So my problem is not that we are not scoring. My problem is how are we approaching these games? The way we are approaching these games is the reason why I'm saying we don't have hope of winning a game tomorrow. Get me, Glenn? These are games we are playing, passing sideways, to the left, to the right, bringing across. Aubameyang has scored 3-headed goals ever since he has been at Arsenal, and we are swinging in crosses for him. You get me? Alexander Lacazette. When did we last see Alexander Lacazette score 10 goals in around 15 games? When? And we are swinging in crosses all the time. You get me? So the problem is not that we are not scoring. The problem is how are we approaching these games? Like I've told you, we just needed 1 goal against Leeds, 1 goal against Leicester City to get a point, 1 goal against Manchester City to get a point. But how do you approach these games? We have played 12 sides in this season, and do you know what we have seen as Arsenal fans is that every club has something different. They have a style of play. You get me? We don't have a style of play. We come and pass the ball casually on the pitch. You can't score like that. And every club knows that. Burnley came on knowing that. Let them play. Let them have the ball. First half. That's what we did. What they needed to do was just a little defending. They did that. Everybody knows that if you want to defend against Arsenal, it's as easy as this. Just leave the ball to them. They are not, harmful when they have the ball. This was not the Arsenal. And the commentator, again, in that Burnley match said it, that we are lacking a sharp player behind the strikers, and we have had so many of them in the past. Ozil, Fabregas, Nasri, Ramsey, Wilshere, Cazorla. You can name them. You can name any player you want. If you had just one of those players today, just one of those players today, we would have scored at least 1 goal. At least 1 goal. But the way we are approaching these games, Glenn, shows you that even in the next game, you're going to lose. And that's why everybody knows I never predicted that Arsenal will win this game. I'm telling you for the fact. I said it jokingly that actually we might lose, and we lost. But I cannot predict that Arsenal is going to lose Southampton. You know why? Because I know how Southampton play, but I don't know that Arsenal have a style of play. You can't say that this is how Arsenal will beat Southampton. You can't do a video like that. Why? Because Arsenal don't have a style of play. We are losing these games because we do not have, a game plan. We have never gone with a game plan. Against City. City was at its worst. It was a sure win for Arsenal. City was at their worst. And you could see when they were playing, they could lose the ball. I mean, just lose the ball like that. But still, because we didn't have a game plan. Mikel Arteta, what did he say? He said Willian was playing a false 10. Why? I even don't remember what kind of crap he was saying. But the fact is, Glenn, if we just woke up one day, and we got a game plan, whether we have Mikel Arteta or none, we get a game plan. We are playing Burnley. What do? They are gonna sit back, They love the low block. What do? You're going to take the ball to them, and they're going to be tightly defensive. So what do? You pass that ball just in front of them, try to pull them back, and then get that ball behind their defense. No, man, we don't do that. When you're playing against Liverpool, you've got to respect them, right? So they're going to have the ball because they have a better midfield, they have a better squad. They're going to have the ball all the time. What do? Set those players that are running behind their defenses. It's the fullbacks now to help you out. You get me? We never do that. What Arsenal does is, these are the 11 players that will appear today against Liverpool. So we have started sideways, crossing. It has ended 1-0. Arsenal has lost. That is what we are doing. And that's what worries me, because by the time you've played 20 games and you're playing like that, every side knows how to beat you, and you're going to lose the next 18 games. Today, Burnley played the same way Leicester City played. You still remember?
Mm-hmm.
Let them have the ball, wait for that one moment. They brought on Vardy. You get me? They brought on Vardy. Wait for that one moment. When they slip off, get that goal, you have 3 points. Look ahead. I know by the time when they scored, they were looking ahead. They were looking at their next fixture. They knew those were 3 points. I mean, I'm telling you, what worries me is not the lack of goals. What worries me is the approach. We have the poor approach we have to these games.
Yeah, HJ, let me ask you, because last season we ended the season very well. How can those same players, the likes of XHAKA and Sabas, who actually played very well between June to August, they played very well. What has suddenly happened in the space of 3 months that they've become so bad?
That's a very good question. I think starting from the transfer window, I don't think Arteta got backed. But I think it's not necessarily to do with the players, because I thought the players, if Arteta managed them correctly, could possibly be a top 4 side. Arteta has done certain things and he's made certain decisions, being very arrogant, that have led to this point. Namely, Saliba. How there's rumors coming out tonight that he has no future at Arsenal. He will be binned off in January. How is he? He could be better than Rob Holding and David Luiz. He could have a good partnership with Gabriel. That's what every Arsenal fan wanted going into the season. We didn't get that. What could make it better for Arteta? He keeps playing Bellerin at right back. Why? You have Cedric. Why do you bring in? Why do you give Cedric a 4-year deal if you don't want to play him? Why? He keeps playing Bellerin at right back. XHAKA again. We've talked about him. He begged him to stay this time last year. He begged him to stay after what happened at Crystal Palace at home. WILLIAN, he brought him in the window. He's not playing very well, and he keeps playing him instead of Pepe. Yes, Pepe is now suspended, but even when Pepe wasn't suspended, he wasn't playing him consistently. I think that's what Pepe needs, a run of games, which is what he's not getting. Lacazette, so confusing. At the start of the season, he had like 3 goals in 3 games, and then he benched him. And then after that, Lacazette's just not looked a footballer. He's just not been there. It's so confusing.
It's
baffling.
Man scored 3 goals in the first 3 games, and he benched him the next game.
Imagine what that would do to your confidence. And then after that, he's just not done enough. He's not been good enough. Eddie Nketiah is our top goal scorer this season. That's all you need to know. Gabriel scored a 5th of our Premier League goals this season. That's all you have to know about what's been going on. And again, it's just, I think TIERNEY again has been probably one of our best players this season. Gabriel as well, been one of our best players this season. Everyone, went into this season saying our defense has been really good. We conceding so many shots like we did against Wolves. Obviously, Tottenham and Burnley didn't as much because their playing style is much different. They don't play too expansive, they play on the break, and that's how Jose Mourinho and Sean Dyche plays. But again, it's not going well right now for Arteta, and that's what's changed. Defensively, we look all over the place again, and he's very arrogant with his decisions. He's not willing to, put faith in youngsters like Balogun, like Smith Rowe, like Nelson, like Willock. Yes, he did put Willock in, but he could have put him in earlier when he could have. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, Nathaniel, let me give you the last one before we get to the actual game. So this is the Premier League table. At the start of the season, when you saw the fixtures coming out after the first 12 games, where did you realistically hope we would be?
Wait, are you asking me like in the beginning of the season
Yeah. When you saw the first 10 fixtures, 12 fixtures, what were you expecting? How many wins? Which position did you expect Arsenal to be?
20 points probably.
Ideally, I wanted us to be in top 4, but I knew we weren't going to make top 4. So I was saying maybe 5th, lowest 7th, maybe so between 7th and 5th.
But you didn't expect us to have 13 points, right?
No, man.
Listen, if I was in charge, I was expecting if I was in charge, I would be expecting more points than 13. I mean, it's shocking, bro. I can't believe it.
Yeah, because I heard you say even if we won our game, let's say even if we win our next game, we still would move to 14th, and even if we won that next game, I think it will probably be like 11th. That's how bad things are. So I don't know. Why did you expect Arsenal to be at this stage?
12 games in, the worst I expected was 6th. I'm telling you, as a matter of fact.
6th. HJ, I mean, we are lucky that the likes of Brighton and Fulham are losing games. Otherwise, it would have been 18th. And even with that said, Burnley have won their game. Fulham have picked up a point this week.
I expected around the 20-point mark.
20 points mark.
Possibly.
So that would have put us around
2022,
7.
around where United Chelsea are, around about there, I would have expected us to be.
I can tell you something for sure. We are far away from Chelsea right now. But let's get into the game. I'll start with you, Cozy. So the lineup comes out. I know you guys are probably not happy. I actually did a preview with Cozy and actually told him I wanted Bellerin to start. I actually apologize to you and to the world. Bellerin to start. Oh my goodness.
Big mistake.
The moment he made his first pass, I was like, what the hell are you doing? So what did you make of the lineup we had today, Cozy?
Dreadful. I'm telling you, we do not learn from our mistakes. It is the last time we were playing Spurs. XHAKA was dreadful. You get me? Bellerin was dreadful. Robolding was not good enough. Those are the first players that should have been left out of this football team as we were going for Burnley. That was dreadful. We look at that bench. Where is Balogun? He has already proven to you. I told people last time that from the Europa League, Marcus Rashford made his start against Arsenal and scored a brace.
I told everybody
exactly. And everybody was like, yeah. We remember the brace was against Arsenal. Then I told them, yes. So where is Balogun on that bench, or where is Balogun in that starting lineup? You get me? The same old crap we were using. You know, my mother used to tell me this, and I thought she was joking, but it's the truth. You can't do things the same old way, and you want different results. It just can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't do that. You get me? You can. So we are doing the same things, not learning from our past. I'm telling you, Glenn, that lineup was crap. It was crap. Real crap. Ainsley deserves to play in that lineup. Ainsley deserves to play in that lineup because he has had 2 good games in the Europa League in the midfield. He deserves to play. You know
why he
the
didn't play?
quality of Burnley not is in the midfield. They don't have a Tongi Ndombele. They don't have a Hojbjerg. They don't have a Pogba. There's no reason as to why Ainsley doesn't get a chance there. There's no reason.
You know why
Absolutely no reason.
You know why? Because XHAKA is his favorite in midfield.
I know.
Right back, he's got another favorite in Bellerin.
And that is same old crap back again.
Because HJ, I was like, when I saw the lineup, I was like, obviously, Bellerin, Xhaka are they starting? But he actually did change something today. When we saw the lineup, we were told that Aubameyang would play up front and LACAZETTE would be in the number 10. So
I thought you played more left winger.
Yeah, I was like, the beginning, I was like, maybe that is something new, but it didn't turn out that way. Which name frustrated you most in that lineup? Who didn't you want to see at all from those 11 players?
I got 3: Bellerin, XHAKA,
I just want
Willian.
So Bellerin is your first option.
Bellerin, probably a Bellerin.
Nathaniel, who didn't you want to see in that lineup?
Hecky B, Holding. Who else? Maybe Aubameyang. Maybe Aubameyang should have been dropped. You know,
Aubameyang needs to get dropped.
I mean, my man could have scored. Like, he couldn't score a tap in, bro. He couldn't score a tap in. You put it right there on the play. He couldn't score it. Like, he has no confidence. This is the worst form he's ever been.
Shattered.
He's been playing for years, Aubameyang, scoring goals for years, and this is the worst run he's ever been.
His worst form since like 8 years or something, stretching back to like Dortmund times. It's been bad for him.
And I remember on Twitter, I was getting abused left, right, and center because after you won the FA Cup, I was like, yeah, I'm really happy, but we cannot just keep on playing this Brexit football and just lumping it up the pitch to Aubameyang. Because what if Aubameyang has a bad game? Then we don't score. And now you're starting to see that it's kind of run dry with this tactic of just playing it down the wing and Aubameyang cutting in. You can't do that anymore. One, because he doesn't have the confidence, and now teams are starting to figure this out. We have to change the tactics, and we've been playing the same tactics since the FA Cup final, since the Community Shield. This guy has not changed his tactic for like about 4 or 5 months. Come on, bro. He started some of these dead players over and over again. He needs to switch it up.
Yeah, a Leicester fan is loving it. He's saying, "Get in, Big Sam. You must be loving life right now at the almost fighting for the title. Your team looks good, and I'm afraid, you did do a job on us at the Emirates. But let's get into the player ratings, and I know the scores are gonna be low already. I can see the harsh suggestions from Cozy and Nathaniel.
I won't go too harsh. I'll dig into the players I need to, but
awesome. So it wasn't a good game. We actually are so lucky that we have the Europa League games where we can pick up a win and then enjoy ourselves for 2 days. Otherwise, we'd have had no win in like 6 months or something. Yeah, it's actually all our dreams come true. And someone like NENY will come to NENY in the player ratings. But I'll start with you, Cozy. The first one is Leno. What did you give Leno, and what did you make of him today?
Leno, what did he do? Let me, the goal, absolutely not to blame for it. I mean, these days, Leno, Runason, I even don't know. We should be playing without goalkeepers. They should allow us, to play without goalkeepers.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some. Were they 2 balls he collected, and they were just the easy picks, mangoes from a tree that you can easily reach without climbing. A 6 will work for him. I mean, I have no big problems with him, and I just want to tell people that Leno out. I think he's not having any trouble. He's not causing any trouble these days. Yeah.
That is because every single goal is just going in, and if not going in, we are passing it from the back.
He's been moving a bit suspect lately, Leno, because I'm realizing these games where we have most of the possession, all the opponents need is one shot, and it's like he's moving like Renison, like he's just a hologram or something. I'm like, what's going on? I mean, there's nothing he can do about that goal, but I'm just saying in general, he's been a bit suspect.
Yeah, of course.
What did you give him, Nathaniel?
Of course you would.
He didn't have much to do today, so I'll just give him a standard, 5? Yeah, I just gave him a
5,
standard
okay.
5.
SJ, Leno.
6. I don't think he had. But I agree with Kozi. He didn't have much to do today. The goal wasn't his fault. 6.
I mean, I know I didn't have a lot to do. I knew Burnley are just waiting for one corner and one free kick for them. Burnley do not attack you. Burnley do not have those kind of players to penetrate you or anything. They're just waiting for one set piece. So obviously it was disappointing.
The only player they had was I think Rodriguez and McNeil. They're the only players that were trying to, be a threat, but still they weren't, much of that a threat.
These guys have scored 5 goals this season, and Sheffield United. Sheffield United have not scored an open play goal since they scored against us.
Arsenal,
that was like 3 months ago.
Wait, they scored their first goal in the league against Arsenal.
Exactly. Let's go to the next player. Strategy HJ TIERNEY. What did you give TIERNEY for today?
I thought he played well. I thought he put crosses in. He tried. He's been brilliant this season. I wouldn't fault him. 7.
7. He put crosses in. Everyone puts in crosses at Arsenal. If I was there, probably I'd also start putting in crosses.
Let's bring Giroud back.
Yeah, we should actually. I was actually saying, in January, you guys were mentioning Awar. I think we should go for Crouch and Giroud because the number of crosses we're putting in would be top of the table right now.
We'd be top of the league.
Yeah, Cozy,
Joel
TIERNEY put. Yeah, probably.
I don't have so many problems with the keep with Why did I say that name? With Kian TIERNEY. Still, you look at his performance, but one of the problems I have with him is he doesn't want to improvise.
Yeah.
You know that these boys, your strikers are not going to, make use of those long balls. I mean, tall balls. You need to, start improvising. Bring in those low crosses. If he can do that for me, I think he would have done something so good. But I don't have problems with him. I mean, he has done his part defensive wise. Man is not being exploited. Coming forward, the crosses are coming in. He's getting the one-on-ones with the 1-2-1-2s with AUBAMEYANG and SAKA, and he's looking good. So I have no problem with Kian TIERNEY. Like I don't have any problems with Leno. I'll give him a 7 still because you look at his performance and you're like, if we had a good striker, maybe he should have an assist because he's creating the chances, but no one is getting at the end of them. And even because if you look at that goal, Lacazette misses. That goal is coming from right up from Kiani's wing, and Lacazette is missing a 4-yarder. Imagine, it's embarrassing. 7. I'll give him a 7. TIERNEY.
Nathaniel, TIERNEY, is he one of the only bright sparks at Arsenal, or is he just like the others?
Yeah, he is because he's coming from a different league. He's coming from, those Scots. They have a different mindset. They want to win, and keep in mind, he's only 23, but he's won more trophies than Arteta. If you really think about it, he's won more trophies than Arteta, and he has that winning mentality. And my worry is that I don't want these kind of losers to have that kind of like that typical mindset, like that typical Arsenal mindset to rub off on him because his performance haven't been as good as they were like post lockdown.
Yeah.
But I mean today he was doing their job. And he's a guy.
I think he's breaking up. HJ, TIERNEY, do you think would you regret joining Arsenal? Are you actually feeling bad for him for joining Arsenal?
I don't want to say that about any player, but he's a really good player, and I hope he plays. Yeah, I think he's been one of our best players this season, along with GABRIEL. He's been a really good signing, considering United got Wan-Bissaka for 50 million. Chilwell went for 55 million. I think we've got a real steal in TIERNEY. Hopefully, he just gets a better manager behind him to push him to that next level.
So, what did you give TIERNEY?
I'll give him a 7.
Okay, HJ.
I said already a 7.
So wow, that's pretty high. Okay, but I don't think he had a bad game anyway. So, Cozy, the next one is GABRIEL, another bright spark. Although that's chance for Wood, I don't know why he was leaving it.
Yeah, I think he left. I don't know. Even the best player is going to get, is going to get unlucky, and that's why you have two center backs there. You ask, there were only two players in that box. Bellerin, who surely couldn't do anything. I don't want to blame him, anyway. But even if he could, I don't think he would have done. And Gabriel, and I thought Gabriel was a little bit too fast, so he just looked on and was like, wood. So he got a free header. But apart from that, I just want to remember he was trying to come, because there wasn't too much, work to do defensive wise. He tried to come forward, make those, trying to pass that ball, beginning the attacks. And I was like, this is brilliant. This is the David Louis kind of player you want, because center backs are no longer, this kind of type, push it away and then wait. No, like Mustafi was doing in the Europa League. Not really. He tried to, add that stone going forward, but of course the players he was trying to add to are finished. Granit Xhaka is finished. Those players are finished. So you actually, he is making us see that Arsenal players, most Arsenal players are dreadful, because he is carrying that responsibility and going through the midfield, and then now looking out for the strikers. Can I get Aubameyang? I remember there were like 2-3 balls that he was trying to get through, but they were blocked. And I was like, okay, that is good intention. Granit Xhaka never does that. He never. Sideways, pass sideways. And, then the statistics will say he has had 10,000 passes in this season. I have no problems with Gabriel. I think if he can help, if you can help that passing and, be more clinical like David Louis, because David Louis is going to pass that but more clinical until we get to the final destination. I think he's trying to become that kind of defender. Today, I'll give him a 6.5. I'll give him a 7.5. I wasn't so impressed. There wasn't so anything angelic, in his performance today.
Yeah, HJ, it's true what Kosi said. He actually picked up the ball at like in the 80th minute, and he just went and he shot it by himself. Is he the only good player at Arsenal right now?
He's won 3 Player of the Month in a row. Shows you all you need to know. He's been brilliant this season, and if he was playing in a better team, I think he'd be playing much better. And I think along with him and Fofana, they've been one of the best centre backs in the league. Considering Fofana's been double the price and he's playing in a much better team, I think Gabriel's been an amazing signing. I think he just needs an experienced, proper, good name next to him, and I think that could be a very formidable partnership. But who is that going to be? David Luiz can do David Luiz things. Rob Holding can do Rob Holding things. So yeah, we need someone good.
Mustafi can do Mustafi things.
That's the problem. That's the problem. All our players have that in them. They make stupid mistakes at stupid times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you give Gabriel?
I'd give Gabriel a 5 for this game.
5. Nathaniel?
I wanted to give him about, like, if he never made that mistake for Chris Wood chance, I was gonna give him like maybe a 7.5, but I don't know what he was doing with that. It looked like it's like he didn't have a clue who was behind him. So for that, I have to drop it down
to 7. You broke up. Sorry.
They didn't score, but I'm gonna have to drop it down to like a decent. It wasn't like he was incredible, but it was another decent performance, and he's been like one of the only players that you can look at and say, you know what, you put in some hard work this season. He's not letting the other players, bring his performances down, and hopefully he's able to perform like that until, we get a new manager or something. I don't want him to. Yeah, I don't want him to start down in tools because everybody else is down in tools. Hopefully he keeps the strong mindset and say, I'm gonna go out there and prove that I'm good enough to play for this football club. And so far this season, I've been impressed with him. So yeah, I'll give him a 6.5.
Okay, Kosi, the next one is Holding. What did you give Holding for today?
If I give Gabriel a 6.5, then Rob Holding. I mean, what was he doing in the position when he was trying to score? That was brilliant. I'll give him a mark for that. I mean, he tried. If only he could be the kind of defender that could score such a header, but he isn't, and probably he will never be that kind of defender. But still, defensive-wise, I don't think I've got so many problems with him. When was the time? Was there a time when he was too much of exposed, shaky? I don't remember. I don't think he was that dreadful. I give him a standard 5. I think he was. It's another lucky. It's another lucky evening for him. Let him just wait for Southampton.
Okay, 5. HJ.
Again, similar with Gabriel. I thought they didn't offer that much Burnley, but when they did, again, very similar to Gabriel. Probably give Holding a 5. Nothing special, but didn't really put much of a foot wrong either.
Nathaniel.
I'll give him a 4. I don't like his one-on-one defender. He stands off too much. I don't like that. I mean, I do like him. He is English. I don't think he's that terrible. And keep in mind, he has Hector Bellerin right next to him. And Hector Bellerin is like a headless chicken. So I mean, he always make you look bad. But nah, I'll give him a 4. He was all right today. He could have been better, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I know Cozy say about that chance, but I know he's a defender, but every single game he's missing at least 2 open chances. I don't know why. He's not a striker, yes, but I mean, we could do with someone like Zuma from Chelsea right now. But the next one, I don't know how long you guys have. Cozy, Hector Bellerin.
Starting with me?
Yeah, I'm starting with you. You have your go ahead, 3 hours.
No, I'm not going to take a lot of time. I've talked about this guy, over and over again. I'm telling you, Glenn. I counted clinically 4 times. Hector Bellerin gave away the ball, like he's trying to reach the next man. Of course, he was always trying to reach out to Willian, and he gave away the ball, trying to pass the ball to the next man. Not a long ball, not a cross, but making a pass. This time, I don't think I don't remember if he made a foul throw. Don't remember. But man cannot pass the ball 4 times. Blind passes. 1 is acceptable. 2 is acceptable. And you're giving away these balls in the span of around 10 minutes. Get him out. That is the only answer I have to say. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Bellerin, I just don't know. There was a time I was seeing him, when we were attacking, and he was in the middle of, just behind, in the middle of the box, but outside, and I was like, what is he doing here? But he tried a shot on target outside the box. I was happy with that. I mean, Arsenal players do not do that. This time I cannot give him a 0 because I thought his performance was, he tried to lie. He tried to lie to us, but I was not lied to. I'll give him a 2 because I don't think he did really much, on that pitch, on that football ground. I don't think. I think he should be out of this squad. It's the truth. Mikel Arteta, you should stop playing Hector Bellerin. Whether you're leaving this club or not, this is one of the things that are easy to see. Bellerin, I mean, what is so special about Bellerin? I still ask myself, whenever I see him on the lineup, 12 games out of 12, 12, he has played 12 out of 12. Why does he start? I do not know. I just do not understand. One game, if he doesn't take foul throws, the other game, he's making blind passes. Good at passing the ball back. No. I'll give him a 2. I mean, he appeared on the pitch.
SJ, I mean, what would you give him? And do you think he should be one of our subs, or do you think he should completely leave the team?
I'll give him a 10 out of 10. He got himself suspended for the next game.
Yes,
Brilliant.
yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't
We're
have a
free,
foul through. He
we're
got
free.
himself suspended. He's
He did
doing
us all a
good. So,
favor. Did us all a
Bro,
would
favor.
you
they
have
should
him on
just
the
lock him
bench
in
or
the
would you
bathroom.
sell him?
Yeah, he did us a favor, by the way. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Did us a huge
So-
favor.
Mhm.
But we should have left him in Ireland. We went to Dundalk, bro.
Yeah.
I just left him on the side of the road, bro.
Islands is level, no disrespect.
Yeah. AJ, do you think he should be like on the bench or should he be sold? Is he
No,
good
no,
enough
no.
for the bench?
Go gone. Forest Greens is level. Could get him out of
He
it.
should be on the catwalk.
Mhm.
Yeah, is he on the picture? With
Yeah.
rocking the Louis Vuitton drip. That's
Mhm.
Hector Bellerin. Hickey B. That's what he's good at. He's not a footballer. I'm not gonna sit and shout and scream about him. There's no point. Arteta loves him. He's his son, whatever you want to call him.
Mhm.
But he has to go. He's not good enough. And I think in this game it showed it. Dwight McNeil, I called it at the start of the game. He had him on ropes the entire game. He was out of position the entire game. When he had the ball better, I thought in the first half he had the ball quite a lot. He just kept giving it over to Willian instead of actually putting a cross in. It's not like putting a cross in
Yeah.
would have helped, but at least you're creating chances. He just kept giving it to
Yeah.
Willian. I don't know what he's trying to do. But yeah, I'll give him like a 1.
Okay, Nathaniel, I mean, since everyone is being negative, let me try and say something good about him. I mean, maybe he's still injured. Maybe he's not recovered yet.
Yeah, he's been injured for like 3 years now.
Yeah, maybe he hasn't recovered yet. Maybe he still haven't seen the best
My
Bellerin.
man's playing. He's playing like he has no match sharpness. You know how you play FIFA like career mode and they have no sharpness. And you just throw my man.
Yeah.
Boy, this guy. There's a couple plays at Arsenal that I really, really dislike, and it's Kolasinac.
A couple. Couple.
Well, I'm being nice. There's
Mhm.
like Kolasinac, Bellerin. I don't really like Oza, if I'm being honest. XHAKA. He sums up Arsenal perfectly over the past 10
Yeah.
years. Comfortable, making money. Just he's average, man. Like, is he even good enough for Burnley? Like he just looks weak. He looks like he just needs he looks like he needs protein. Like the way he just gets pushed off the ball, people running past him, taking the piss out of him. Bro, I want to give him a 0 so bad. Like I don't want to see him play for Arsenal again, bro. He's not good.
Maybe maybe he usually has his fashion shows on Saturdays and he always play on Sundays. Maybe if he play on Saturdays, he might have a good chance. And we can see from the picture that his arm was kind of injured. He has a bandage on his arm, so maybe Bellerin is not yet
Why is
ready.
he playing? It's not an excuse.
I mean, we'll come to Arteta, but you know, Bellerin maybe he gets a 3.
Leno, one last thing. If you wanna get to know Hector Bellerin as a person, he came out with multiple interviews, many occasions. Yeah, when he's come out and he has spoken like a typical Arsenal fan. He's coming out saying, "Oh, Alexis Sanchez wanted to win too much. Oh, I don't really watch football. Watching football is not my hobby." So if you come out and you're saying and you have a footballer on your team that says, "You know what? I don't really watch football." So that means when you're not playing, you're not analyzing opponents. You're not watching games to see where you went wrong. He don't care about football. He's using it as a way to make some extra money and then do a little fashion modeling thing on the side. This guy don't care, man. He's not worried about running. Look, somebody said he's not worried about running down the wing. He's worried about walking down the catwalk. That's what he should be doing, bro. He's not good enough, bro. 0.
He
bro.
doesn't want. He doesn't want to fall down. Strip down and crush his face because that's what earns him the money.
He's getting paid 115K a week. He's loving life, bro. Don't worry about that.
I feel so depressed every time I see Alexander-Arnold and the likes of Reece James playing, and then I see him. The difference in quality.
And Lamptey.
Even Lamptey.
Yeah, Lamptey.
The difference in quality is very, very high. And Carl Jenkinson is even better. He had a couple of good crosses now. That is the guy who looks like he has frustrated you most. But I'll tell you the guy who frustrated me most. Granit Xhaka now. For Granit Xhaka,
Glen, 1 second.
Yeah.
It's getting 12:30 at night, late at night. I need to jump off now. You got any last questions before I go?
Yeah, man of the match.
Man of the match, TIERNEY probably. I'll come on, jump on for the stream for the draw tomorrow. Yeah.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
So for Granit Xhaka, I mean, if I was a player myself, an opposition player, I would try and make Xhaka mad because I know he's going to do something stupid. It is so easy. And you could see what Burnley are trying to do. The moment he fouled him, McNeil knew, if I go to this guy, he'll get mad and he can easily get a red card. And then he does that. Cause seriously, why would you do that? Your team is 15th on the table. Pepe did the same thing the other day. We're already short of midfielders. Our defense is people are injured left, right, and center. Partey is out. The likes of Willock, apparently they're not ready. We have so many games coming up. City, Everton, Chelsea in the next few days and weeks. Why would you do that and put ourselves in even more trouble? Why would you do that?
Those players are not playing for the club. They're not playing for the manager. They're not playing for nobody. They are playing because they are being put on the pitch, and they're playing because they are, they're earning their money. They are there to earn their money. Get me, Glenn?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see any chemistry between Arsenal players. It's just not there. It's not there. Like you would see Son passing that ball without looking, but he knows Ken is gonna make this move.
Yeah.
You get me? The way you saw that ball landing straight on the head of Chris Wood, because they knew Chris Wood would be there in the position. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
There is that kind of chemistry that teams have. There's that kind of chemistry that, clubs have. We don't have it. We don't play. I even don't know if you ask Granit Xhaka how many midfielders does the club have. I'm not even sure if Granit Xhaka knows. You get me?
Yeah.
So I'm not shocked that Granit Xhaka has done that. I mean, he did something even more belittling to the club, and that's why I'm telling you we are not a serious football club. That is when Granit Xhaka's era at Arsenal should have ended long time ago. Long time ago. Real talk. Get it?
Yeah.
Real talk. That is when Granit Xhaka should have been kicked out of this football club. You don't do that. Which football club allows that nonsense? You're stepping over our jersey. You are captain. Real talk. This man is finished. There is no other talk. He is finished. His career is over. He's done and dusted. Thanks everybody for the support from Borussia Mönchengladbach that raised him up to Arsenal, where he's done a lot of nothing. He is just finished. I've asked this question so many times, even before he did these ridiculous things. That what kind of midfielder is Granit Xhaka? Is he a ball? Is he a ball playing midfielder? No. Does he do the defensive part? No. What kind of midfielder is he? What kind of midfielder is he? When he has the ball, when he has the ball, is he gonna use it for anything? No. When we do not have the ball, is the man we can rely on? No. What does he do in the midfield? Somebody explain to me. Nobody, absolutely nobody, can explain to you what Granit Xhaka does on that pitch.
Yeah.
Absolutely dreadful. I'll give him a zero. A zero. Absolutely a zero.
I'll come back. I'll come to you, Jill. Sorry. Nathaniel, what did you give Xhaka for today?
0, bang average. I don't know what team he came from, Mönchengladbach or whatever. They should be done for fraud. They should be done for fraud, bro. I don't know how 35 million for that. He is not a footballer. He's so stiff. Like, what is it? Bro, I had somebody like a couple months ago saying, if I was a manager, I would pick Granit Xhaka over Pogba because he has leadership. What we saw today, was that leadership? Man's gripping up somebody's neck like.
What kind of leadership were they talking about?
Somebody actually said that I'll pick him over Paul Pogba because he has leadership qualities. That is not leadership, bro. He is bang average, bro. Listen, bro, 0. If I can go lower than 0, I'll do it. He is. Please, I don't want to see him play for Arsenal ever again. He is crap, bro.
Yeah, Arsenal HK.
One last thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, one last thing. I'm gonna let you go, but I actually saw something. Like, I think one of my boys sent it to me. He said, Patrice Evra, right? The left back for he used to be left back for Man United. He came out and said, he told like this little story. I don't know if you heard it, you probably heard it. And he said Thierry Henry invited him to his house to watch an Arsenal game. and he saw that Granit Xhaka was captain, and Thierry Henry turned off the TV and said, this is why is he captain of Arsenal? So Thierry Henry knows that our players are average, and he's not even proud enough to even show other legends of the game, oh yeah, this is the team I played for. This is the team I played for. Like I remember a couple of years ago, he was in the studio at Sky Sports, and man didn't even want to watch the game. He was there with other legends, and they were watching Arsenal. He didn't want to watch the game. It's disgusting, bro. I give Granit Xhaka a negative 1,000 bank average.
Arsenal HK, I mean, I actually feel bad for you. I don't know if you woke up to watch this game, but welcome, and I'm sorry that you had to come on for another defeat. How are you?
Well, you're telling me honestly, I think we could have won that game today. After 20 minutes in the second half, the first half we're developing, the first 20 minutes in the second half, we already had 5 shots on target within those 20 minutes. And we should have won. What was XHAKA thinking there? It wasn't Westwood, I think it was. He accidentally tripped XHAKA, but then and then we're actually thinking of bringing his captaincy back. But for doing what he did today, I really don't want to see him in the shirt today ever again in the Arsenal shirt. I don't want to see it. It's just disappointing.
We are saying that about so many players. We actually need 11 players to play the game.
Yeah.
So you watched it. What did you give him?
I would give. Well, it's obvious. I can't rate XHAKA today. I'm sorry, but Arteta was mentioning. I think it was like a few months back. He was mentioning about players that needed to be left out of the squad, players that he needed to sell, and clearly XHAKA had to be one of them, because after this performance today, as someone said here, what type of midfielder is he? Like he's honestly like are there any other good qualities? We bought him for 40 million. What has he done? Honestly,
he's there just in case anything kicks off on the pitch. He's there.
I know. He's a security guard. He's a security guard.
That's a security guard, bro.
Just waiting for to kick someone off on the ground.
Just messed it up for us again.
I'm telling you, man.
He strangled more people than he has assists in like 2 years, bro.
Southampton fans are even mocking us in the chat. They're asking us if
do you think
they have any right to mock us, bro?
The answer is no, it's Jim. The answer is no. The answer is no. I mean, I'm actually afraid to see Vestergaard from a Ward-Prowse cross. I actually think he's going to score from a Ward-Prowse cross. I can already see it. So XHAKA definitely very, very poor doing that. The next one cause is going to be Saka. I mean, is he a product of playing around useless and mediocre players, and is even becoming one?
It's true. The environment around him, because I'm telling you, Saka is not the kind of player that is going to grab that ball, take it to the opponent and dodge 5 or removes 6 defenders and then shoots. He needs support. He needs the support of players around him, and we have seen this when Aubameyang was on his form. Saka was doing good. You remember that that ball against Leicester City in the 1-0 draw last season as we were closing down. What a pass! What a pass! Now these days Aubameyang is not available, just not available, to receive that ball. So I cannot really blame Bukayo Saka, but I saw him in that second half as we were trying to as it was ending down. Trying to get in those shots and so on, trying to fight for that point. I told you, Glenn, these young boys, even if it were me right now, and you took me to that Arsenal side, they still have the love for Arsenal. They still know what it means to play for Arsenal. You get me? So they try to, to die for it. They die for this badge because they know what it means to play for this badge. They have waited all their life down there. Raising through the ranks, mocked, gone through all the fire, trying to, and it's only 1 or 2 of them that makes it out. But there's so many, all the under 23s cannot make it to the final squad. You understand? So these players do understand. And I saw it as the game was ending. I was like, yeah, the boy is trying. But I have a lot of expectations in the boy as a player, just like I do in Martinelli, just like I do in Gendouzi and the others. But if you try to if you try to overburden these players, these young players, it's just not going to work. It can't work. You need, they are there to support. You get me? They're there to support. And for me, Saka, no, I don't see him as a problem. They're saying Arteta is good at man management. Saka is going down. He didn't bring Saka, by the way. He didn't bring Saka. Saka was these young boys were brought up by Unai Emery. Still remember very well. So Saka is just going down. And I'm telling you this, Saka, I'll give him a standard 5, but I don't want to have any problems with him. I don't have any problems with him.
Nathaniel, do you think Saka has improved from last season?
Nope, not one bit. Not one bit.
Mm-hmm.
You see with young players, you see with these young players, you need to know how to manage them. And yes, he is better than your average 19-year-old. But listen, I've been saying this for a couple months now. He's burnt out. Like, do you want another Alex Iwobi? A guy that has talent but just keeps on getting played too much? Like, he's gonna get burnt out, bro. Like, watching this game, all I see is him getting the ball, trying to dribble, trying to take man on, trying to do something productive. And he just keeps on getting kicked. People are kicking him left, right, and center. People are fouling him. It's like he can't escape, and he's just being hung out to dry. He just keeps on starting him. They keep on starting him. Keep on starting him. Give him a break.
Yeah.
Like, he's only 19. Give him a break. He's playing for Arsenal. He's come through the youth system. I'm sure he loves the club, but he's playing way too much, and you have to know how to manage him. Today, I feel like he tried, but he just, like I said, like this whole season, he's been trying, but he can't do anything because as soon as he gets the ball, there's 3 guys trying to just knock him down, try to get the ball off him, and there's nobody trying to overlap him or trying to get the ball off him and trying to take a man away. But like it's the same performances, and I feel like he's regressed on this manager. He really, really has. I don't think he's really improved over the past season. I feel, but he's at the age where you have to start seeing progress. Yeah, and I feel like we're overusing him too much. Like he shouldn't be starting every single game. Like we should have another decent left winger that they can trade places with, and like it's not good enough. So for me today, I thought he was all right. I'll give him a 5. I give him a 5.
5. Jules, I mean, we've seen Saka actually, like, since the Man U game where he missed 2 chances. There was another game where he gave away like 4 balls. I think it was the Aston Villa one or something. He's not looking confident anymore. Do you think that the players are affecting him or too much pressure on him?
Yes, I think they are. As a 19-year-old, you should be, well, especially with his talent, it should be easy for him. And the older players should show like how it's done, on the pitch. But it just seems like he has to kind of carry the team, 19 years old. It shouldn't be happening like this. And as you've said previously, we're not managing him very well because he shouldn't be playing every game as a 19-year-old, and he's getting destroyed every time. But he's got a bright future. And at the start of the season, I think we were managing him very well. He wasn't playing every game. He was coming on as a substitute. Maitland-Niles was playing ahead of him, and it's good. We were managing him well, and he can bring more to the team whilst he's playing, But I think Saka today, now he has to play every game. And there are a few things he didn't do very well, but it's like a learning process, I guess, because he's still 19 years old. He's our number 7. We've given a huge task for him, and we shouldn't expect that much of him. Although we know he's a very good player, but we shouldn't expect him to carry the team and all that because he's still 19 years old. Today, Saka, Well, he had a few shots on target, like dangerous ones, right? And he lost the ball a few times. I don't want to be too harsh. I'll give a 6. I'll give him a 6 today.
Okay, Ralph in the chat, I can see a question. We'll come to Arteta, but the answer is no. But I can tell you Jules is yes, and Cozy is yes, and Nathaniel is yes. Mr. BK in the chat is Arteta out too, and literally everyone apart from me. So we'll come back to that. Cozy, Willian. Now, again, all of us, when Willian was announced, we were making videos, so happy Willian is in. I mean, experienced player. He did well at Chelsea last season. He scored goals. He had assists.
10 goals. 10 goals.
All
11
of us. Yeah, but all of a sudden he comes to Arsenal and he has not like scored any goal at all.
I was looking at Maddison's goals today and I was like, this should be Willian and Arsenal. Maddison, brilliant goals. And I was like, Willian can do this. Why is it even trying? Why does Matt doesn't have shots on tries on goal? And I was like, what is he doing? Anyway, I thought he brought in some crosses today. Before halftime ended, because in the second half he completely disappeared. But I thought he was, he brought in some good crosses at halftime, trying to link up with Hector Bellerin, and they just make me sick. I'm telling you, as a matter of fact, both of them make me sick.
Yeah.
But still, at times you don't want to blame Willian so much in this game. He laid off that ball for Lacazette, and Lacazette miskicks a ball in 4 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was doing. Was he trying to sleep and kick? Was he trying to kick and sleep? What was he doing? Did you guys
doing Lacazette things? Yeah.
The first chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the AUBAMEYANG cross, then Willian controls it for Lacazette.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
man,
side, yeah. That is, you just tap that ball and it's in the back of the net. What are you doing? He's trying to sleep. I was like, okay. Then he gets a net. Anyway, so I think he also brought in a good cross. I don't know who it met. Was it AUBAMEYANG? Was it? I remember 2 good things he did in the corners were 50-50. At times they was not so good, but he brought in so many of them. I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5 still. I don't think he was any different from the dreadful performances he has had in the past.
Nathaniel, Willian, is he good enough?
Not really. No, it's not good enough. I know I sound like a broken record saying everybody's crap, but unfortunately, we're 15th. Not everybody's crap. This team is good enough to get top 6, but for me, Willian, I don't know who I said this on somebody's podcast. I don't know if it was Costy's podcast last week. I said he's the only Brazilian that I watch. Like, Brazilians are supposed to be flair players and entertain. He's the only Brazilian I know that is boring to watch. I swear, all this guy does is pass the ball to Hector Bellerin, then Hector Bellerin passes it, and he just spams across him. Like,
yeah,
he's another typical Chelsea reject that just wants to stay in London. And here comes Santa Claus Arsenal. Oh yeah, you want to stay in London? Oh yeah, just come to another big club, bro.
Yeah.
It's a typical Arsenal signing, bro. For me, 3. I'm just gonna give him a 3 because he showed up to the game and he didn't show up to the whole game. That's it. Average.
Mr. BK gives him a 7 for what?
He spammed a lot of crosses. That's
let me tell you this, Glenn. We are all Arsenal fans, by the way. Nobody should get mistaken that we are Arsenal world. We are just simple Arsenal fans that live so far away from UK. And I want to tell people this. One of the reasons why Arsenal is poor is going down, and people are not realizing is the fan base.
It's the fan base.
We have a fan base that is so contented.
They're easily pleased.
Easily pleased. 7 out of 10 for Willian. For what? For what?
Yeah, Mr. BK, I'm sorry, I can't say anything, but Yeah, when you see fans like this is how we
Exactly.
all are right now.
Exactly. Man is
using the mask to cover his eyes.
That man was praying so hard that he gets the ticket out of the 100 or 200 million Arsenal fans, that he gets the ticket.
It's like a punishment. It's like a punishment.
Guys,
that man, you see, that man cannot fight for the ticket again.
You can just you can.
Real talk, man. You can't flex.
You can just imagine someone at home telling you, "You did what? I have to punish you. Go to the next Arsenal game. That's your punishment."
Exactly.
Nathaniel, what did you? I know you guys are going into the fans, but yeah, Willian, Nathaniel 7. You gave him up? You gave him 0?
I gave him a 3.
Three. Oh, Jules, what did you give Willian? Do you think they're being too harsh, or do you agree with Mr. BK should be getting 7 or 8?
I think they're being too harsh, but for his level, his current level, because his current level is absolutely shambolic. We were expecting someone like Madison, as you said, someone like Pepe, someone similar. And on the wages he's in, 150K a week, I think 200K. It's just unacceptable. So I think either we lower his wage bills, or he's just got to perform. He's been a bit better than the start of the season. Like against West Ham, against Sheffield, it was poor. It was absolutely poor. Now it's a little bit better, but I can't say it's really good. It's still very bad. All he does, as usual, as you guys said, he passes it to Bellerin and he crosses in. That's all he does. But he brings a bit more. He brings a bit more to the team now, but it's just not enough. I'll give Willian a 3. He's got to perform on the wages he's on.
I try to do these streams to be a bit happier. Yeah, these guys are making me feel worse about even liking football. Yeah, and Aubameyang, Cozy, Aubameyang. Another game without a goal. 22 goals last season, I think. Another 20 plus the previous season. Can even see him getting to 10 this season.
Aubameyang can do Aubameyang things. I can't really, write him off. I can't. But if Mesut Ozil was in that pitch and he was looking for Aubameyang,
Here we go again.
Would he get him? No. This time I'm not against. I'm not calling for Mesut Ozil, but I'm asking, would he get him? Is Aubameyang making himself available? Is he having the hunger he had? One of the best goals, actually, if you have seen Arsenal's Twitter today, one of the goals he scored against Burnley was a shot outside the box. Well, the best 5 goals, if you have seen those goals, Eduardo, then Robin van Persie, then Iwobi, then Aubameyang, a shot outside the box.
Yeah.
Tell me he didn't have the ball, or he's not getting the ball outside the box these days.
Yeah.
I still remember, if you watched, I'm sorry to refer to them, but football is football, and we have to take the examples. If you watch the RB Leipzig game, Bruno Fernandes sees that, it is now. It's impossible.
Yeah.
He tries to shoot those balls outside the box. Get me? Vardy does the same. When Leicester City are like, it can't happen. You'll see Vardy making those crazy shots. And of course, if they go off target, fans are going to be like, why didn't you pass it to the next person? That is it.
Yeah.
But that kind of player is trying to show you that we have no way out. Aubameyang's not showing it. His body language is completely off. LACAZETTE is far better than him. LACAZETTE is missing a lot of chances, but is far better than him right now. He's trying to show the hunger. He's trying to show that I love what I'm doing, but maybe things are not working out. But for Aubameyang, it's like he has given up. And this is so bad. He's a captain. He needs to do the captain things. But I don't want to be so hard on him again. Are we putting the ball for him like we were last season? No, people saying that Aubameyang what. But again, if you look at most of the goals he scored last season, you need to you need to give him some of the balls to tap in. You need to give him to get those balls for him in those areas. You need to get him running, but his body language is worrying me so much. It speaks louder than the critiques and every other outlet we are listening to. His body language is like something is so wrong at this football club. Something is wrong. He's clearly frustrated. Clearly frustrated. I'll give him a 4 out of 5. Nothing to do. He's my captain.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 would be so high. Jules,
4 out of 10.
Jules, I saw Aubameyang. I think it was on Thursday. He was with Jeremy Lynch. I think they're going to check out some Lamborghinis and Ferraris. Does that frustrate you, like not performing on the pitch and then out there buying Ferraris every day?
No, for me it doesn't, because I'm pretty sure he's that fed up right now. That's the only thing he can do: buy Lamborghinis. Look at Lamborghinis, Like with the team he's got right now, I understand him, to be honest. And today, I think if XHAKA didn't get that red card, I'm giving all the blame on XHAKA today, because if he didn't get that red card today, we could have won the game. And I think Aubameyang could have scored, and I think Aubameyang could have gone back on track, but it didn't happen today, and I think he's lost even more confidence. And yeah, it could be the end, and I really hope it's not, but there's a high chance it is today. I think today, it was his only chance back. I really don't see him score more than 10 goals this season. I can't see that unless we do a miracle in the winter transfer window, or we might even sell him. But I don't know. He's on the contract. The wages are too high. He's 33, I think. I'll give Aubameyang today. His performance was alright until XHAKA got the red card, and you could just see his frustration again. He was trying to stop XHAKA from doing that and losing his temper. But yeah, I feel bad for Aubameyang today, but he lost hope, and we don't want to see that, because we're I think like 1 million Arsenal fans all around the world are depending on Aubameyang to score, and depending something, right? We're at least expecting him to keep having hope or something, but it's just not going to happen. I'm going to be honest. Aubameyang today, he lost hope, as I've said. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I'll give him a 4 today, or a 5.
I'm waiting for troops.
Nathaniel, do you think it was a mistake to give him the captaincy, and what would you give him for today?
Yeah, I do think it was a mistake. Like I said, he's not a leader vocally. He's just one of those players that you can just tell this club is just in shambles. Like, if you're giving Aubameyang the captaincy, how come Mohamed Salah isn't the captain of Liverpool? How come you don't give sometimes your best players are just there to score goals. Like Thierry Henry, was he captain? No. Maybe until a little bit we first moved to the Emirates. I think that's when he first got the captain of Ireland. But he was never the captain. It was always Vieira. It was always it was you don't just give to your best player. And he's one of those captains that he's gonna lead by example in terms of playing well and scoring goals. But when the goals dry up, what's he gonna do? He's not gonna shout at Kolasinac and say, "Yo, actually play like an actual footballer and stop being an idiot." He's not gonna shout at you. He's not gonna tell Lacazette, "Yo, you need to score, bro." He's not that type of captain. So giving him the captain's armband was a huge, mistake, a huge mistake by Emery. But listen, today, hunger. This is coming from somebody who really loves Aubameyang. I love Aubameyang. I really do. If it wasn't for Aubameyang, we wouldn't even be in Europe. And he's done so much for the club in a short time he's been here. But for me, this season he's been so dreadful. I know the system hasn't helped him. I know the manager hasn't been helping him. But he's been so poor. He should be having if the team is not playing for you, you should at least have maybe almost 10 goals by now. I know the team isn't really playing through him and they're not playing to their strength. But at least if you're a world class player that people keep telling you he is, he should at least have 10 goals by now. This season, the hunger is not there, the movement's not there. It just looks like he's just there for the vibe. Like it's just good vibe. He just wants to be there. Listen, today I'll give him a 4 out of 10. He could have been better, but I mean, when he gets the ball, he just always slipping. You know, he's looking like a light-skinned Welbeck, bro. He's looking like a light-skinned Welbeck.
I like the way you fit in. I like the way you fit in Kolasinac in there. We always mention Kolasinac and the likes of Ozil, even without playing. That's how much of legends they are. Mr. BK says, I truly feel for Aubameyang. He owe Maradona shot to give him like props after a goal. But I mean, I'm so sorry, but if he's still wearing it after the next few games, it could be Maradona's 1 year anniversary by the time he scores.
Bro, we're never gonna see that shirt.
Guys, someone has said on AFTV, sack Mikel and bring in Arsene Wenger as interim.
Yeah, so I think it would actually work. So let's go to the last player, Lacazette. Jules, what did you give Lacazette?
Lacazette today, playing number 10 as usual. He scored that. We have to remember that goal he scored against Rapid Vienna. But with the team he's got, he cannot perform. And I think today he was the one who had the most shots on target. I think he should have scored one. There was a tap in, he should have scored. Just open. All he had to do is open his foot, and it was a goal. And yeah, I think he had the most chances, and he's a good finisher, but he doesn't take the chances as well as some other world class finishers. I think if we had like Lewandowski, for example, he would have scored all the 2 or 3 open chances we had today, and we would have won the game. But I mean, it's Lacazette. I don't know what I'll give him today. I'll probably give him. Well, he missed some chances, and he did play well though. He did play well. He held the ball well. He created some chances too for other players, but he's not a natural number 10. You can tell he plays more like a second striker, I guess. Not really like a number 10. So I'll give Lacazette today probably a 6.
6. I think it was kind of okay. Nathaniel, do you think? Of course, we don't have Lewandowski. We have Lacazette. Is he good enough, or is he also suffering from confidence? Let me come to you first, Cozy.
Lacazette is an expensive buy. That's you should try to prove his price tag. When he looks around that Arsenal side, man is one of the most expensive players we have in that side. He should know that. If he didn't know, he should just know. He's one of the most expensive players. And yeah, I agree with that with HK. Not so bad of a performance. Playing that number 10, it's rare that you'd see him in a number 10, but all the time, on all the courses we have seen him, he's playing so well. He's carrying that ball forward. He's trying to dribble forward, and you're like, yeah. But those chances could have killed off the game. And that's where he spoils everything. Nice soup, too much water. Get me?
Yeah.
That's where he spoils everything. Those 2 chances should have killed off the game at halftime. I was so mad. I just remembered the Liverpool game. 2 chances, not even one on the denied by the woodwork. That was dreadful. That was dreadful against Liverpool, and he was trying to replicate the same. But the difference today is that he has had a good performance. But I can't give him more than a 4. I'm telling you, facts are facts. Good play, poor output. I've told you, Glenn, you know me. I love output. I don't trade Reece Nelson until he gets that ball in the right positions, crossing the right crosses, bringing the right corners, bringing the right free kicks. You don't do that, I don't trade you. You are an average player, banger average, and that's what happens to Lacazette today. Good play. I mean, he played well. He carried that ball forward. He appeared more than Aubameyang when the team was looking for someone to rely on going forward. He was there, but the output was 0. You get me? 0.
Nathaniel gives him 5. quickly for the subs. And Katie wasn't that long there for too long. Niles too. Ceballos was. What did you make of the subs, Cozy?
Danny Ceballos. I can't criticize Edin Ketia because they brought him on because of pressure. Ainsley, yeah, they brought him because of pressure. He was just trying to find anything like who do I throw on? You get me? Ceballos, the same thing. Ceballos gets a 5. Edin Ketia gets a 5. Mantilla now gets a 5. I mean, but for Ceballos, I don't know why he always comes on the pitch. I just don't know. I don't want to blame him for anything. I don't know why he comes on the pitch. I think we agree, Glenn, and we are together on this. Ceballos is not a game changer. He isn't. He's not a game changer. There is not one time when he has changed the game. He is not a game changer. He's not a game winner. He's not a game changer. Mikel Arteta needs to know this. He's one player who's going to do well when there is a lot of quality around him. But with this crap around him, he's not going to deliver. He ain't.
Nathaniel is still there?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it real quick. So,
the subs.
What were you guys talking about again?
The subs.
The subs were just typical subs, like for like. Let me just make subs just to make it. That's what it seemed like to me. They didn't. I don't even think they were even supposed to change the game. I think he was just making subs so the fans don't get on his case. Yeah. That's what it seems like. Like I said, I think at 60 minutes, I said Eddie and Kay is gonna come on for LACAZETTE or whatever, and it happened. So Sean Dyche, if I know it, Sean Dyche knew he was gonna bring him on. So it's like, and do you really think Eddie and Kay was gonna do anything against those big 6'3" shot? Was he gonna do anything against Ben Mee and Tarkowski? No. Anytime he was gonna get the ball, they were just gonna break him down, just take the ball from him. Like it's not, bro. This is why I keep on saying he's a freestyle manager. He just keeps on bringing on these players. They're not going to change the game. You're bringing on Eddie and Kay to change the game. He wasn't even good enough for Leeds. He's good enough for Arsenal. Come on, nonsense. And all the other stuff, it's nothing.
Yeah, Top TV. Yeah, we did Bellerin and XHAKA, and everyone was so frustrated at them. So the next one and the final one is Arteta. Before we start, Cozy, let me go through those 3 stats I mentioned at the beginning. The first one is 5 clubs welcomed back their fans this weekend, and Arsenal are the only ones to lose. So there's nothing that's made any difference.
But the fans were so quiet, Did you see the crowd?
Just a minute, sorry.
The
second one.
Because that performance was dreadful. That performance was dreadful. I'm telling you guys.
Let me mention the stats first.
Yeah, man.
The first one is 5 clubs welcome back their fans this weekend, and we were the only ones to lose. The second one is since Arteta took charge, we have picked up the most red cards. That is 6 red cards, or HJ90 said 7, and that's 4 defeats in a row at home since 1959, 1960. Go ahead, because.
I was just trying to tell Nathan, the fans were quiet. I agree.
But the fans are true, bro. They're sitting like I was watching the Crystal Palace game. The fans were up. They were punching the air. They're like, yeah, come on. I was watching the Fulham Liverpool game. The fans were going mad. The fans were going crazy. And then I look at our fans, they're just sitting there crossing legs, sipping the tea. Oh, what a nice day out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
But you see, Nathan,
it is.
We shouldn't think that these fans are coming from Mars or what are those other planets up there, man? Yeah, or what? These fans have been watching these games. They came with the frustration. They love the club. These fans love the club. If I was given a ticket, or if I had a chance to go watch those games, I would go because I want to sit in the Emirates. I would want to watch my team play, but they are going with that frustration already. These are fans that have not seen a win in the past fast. I don't know. At the Emirates Stadium, week in, week out, they've been on TV. You get me? They've been on TV. They've been watching this. The fact that they're going out on the pitch doesn't mean anything. It's the same old, Arsenal they're watching, and it is crap. It's crap.
The thing with Arsenal, if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry.
The difference is that they're now watching this thing live, and they're like, "Oh, so this is how we are really playing. It's not TV editing. It's not edited. This is how we are. You know, I can't jump for Arsenal. I can't jump. I can't shout for Aubameyang. That body language in those players, you can't shout for them. Crystal Palace, they are showing you that you could smell a goal. You could smell a goal in the second half. You know,
guys, did you guys see the fans? I saw like 4 fans. Like it was like a group of fans. They were sitting there clapping. You know, I'm like, what are you clapping about? The fact that we didn't get piped to be or something? Like what are they clapping about?
Exactly.
Like it's like a show. Something like they clapping like you just lost.
Let me put you in the middle of them. Do you think the fans are to blame? Do you think they should be more louder, as Nathaniel suggests, or do you think they are bored of the football themselves?
Yes, definitely. Because we've got the biggest fan base in the world, and the only fans we brought today were some children with their granny, which don't even they don't do anything. They just sit there and watch the game for fun. There's nothing. It's disappointing. We could have brought any other fans today, any other fans that can actually chant and all that and have some passion for the game. It was like just some boring people sitting down today. Bro, honestly,
the fan base
they didn't even sing once. Like,
I'm telling you, nobody's gonna sing for that Arsenal side. Nobody's gonna sing for that Arsenal side.
Yeah, but to bring some like energy or some confidence to the team. We're home.
Bro,
we're home. We should be winning these games.
That's the fan base in a nutshell. They'll sit there. They'll suck up anything. If we win 1-0 against freaking Akron, a team in League 2, they'll be happy. They're easily pleased, and that's why we have a manager who's out of his depth. That's what it is. They sit there and
HK. Would you be clapping after halftime, and that game is 0-0, and we have missed those chances, and everybody is playing at the slowest pace you can ever think a football club in possession is? Would you be clapping? Would you be shouting?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you be chattering?
The second half, I wouldn't first half. I totally agree with you. But the second half, the first 20 minutes, as I've said, we were really good. And I think every chance we should have, I think that's the point where the fans should have been more energetic, I think. And then they even at that point, they weren't energetic. All they were doing is clapping, enjoying the game. It's no. The fans weren't good today. No, that's all they were doing. Enjoy. Well, yeah, it's hard to enjoy the game, of course, I know that.
Yeah, just watching. Yeah, they were just there because they had tickets.
Enjoying the weather.
Yeah. Let me start with you, Jules. The final one is Mikel Arteta. What did you give Arteta?
Arteta.
Yeah.
Lots of people have been saying Arteta out. I personally don't think it's his fault. But tactically against Tottenham, I think he got it wrong. But today, other than Bellerin, probably he got it wrong. I think XHAKA, he wasn't wrong with XHAKA, but the way XHAKA acted himself. It's not Arteta's fault that XHAKA acted that way, and got the red card and got sent off. But I'm gonna see the post-match conference, the press conference. But I'm pretty sure Arteta is angry. I hope he's angry, and I hope, as he said, like Nicolas Pepe, it's unacceptable, right?
Trust me, you don't want to see the post-match, the post-match conference.
Yeah, he was talking nonsense.
You don't want to see it, bro. You don't want to see it, bro. I'm telling you this for a fact. You don't want to see it.
Can I
I hope it's good, but then, yeah.
Can I just say something real quick? Can I just say something real quick about that? I actually have to go. For me, you guys already know where I stand. I don't think it's good enough, and we haven't moved forward as a football club for about a year. So most of these players need to be out, and
What did you give at
today? Just proved me right again. Not a real fan. People think I give him. No, I just gave him a 3. Just give him a 3, 4. I don't even know. I lost my head. And people.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming.
I like to be right about that. Like I want Ted to prove me wrong, but he has to go tonight, man. He has to go tonight. All right, thank you for having me on, bro.
Thank you, man. So, Cozy, Arteta?
0.
0.
0.
I mean, it wasn't his. I agree with Jules, Arsenal from Hong Kong. I mean, it wasn't his fault that Xhaka headbutted someone.
0. It's a
Why
game.
though?
It's a game we expected. They're gonna try 4, 5 ways to beat Burnley, because you have now learned against Leicester City, against Tottenham, against who? Against Sheffield, against whichever team you've been playing. Now you've learned. So what have you learned from your past mistakes? Show us against Burnley what you've learned. He is like the Bourbons. They learned nothing because they forgot nothing. I'm telling you this for a fact. He's a Bourbon, a real Bourbon. You get me? So you started Bellerin. He disappointed you for 11 games. He has disappointed you again. You tried NENY and Ainsley. They showed you some hope in the Europa League. You brought XHAKA. You get me? It's like it's like you're going to bed and you're like, okay, let me try this time not giving Arsenal. And then you end, by the time the result slip is out, you have bet Arsenal to win. You get me? So he gives XHAKA again. I know people are not going to say that, people will say it's not his fault that XHAKA is red carded. And I know it's not his fault. But the truth is, you brought him on the pitch. If Ainsley had failed, we would say Arteta has tried to change. But, I mean, you bring 2 midfielders. One is more like the other, but the other is dead. You understand? So we have one midfielder on the pitch. So clearly he has learned nothing. And I want every Arsenal fan who watches this video, I'm Kosi from the Kosi's Arsenal podcast. Arteta has learned nothing from his past mistakes and he's going to learn nothing. Trust me, that kind of football, Chelsea, they get you with that kind of football, you're going to face a trap. No. It's a 0. It's a complete 0. No 2 ways about it.
So just yes or no, would you sack him tonight?
I don't know, but I thought he was sacked. Isn't he sacked already?
He should be out,
man. He should be out.
Tonight,
I'm sorry, I think it's too early. He's had one transfer window with a very limited budget, with like 2 owners who won't give him money. They're billionaires and they won't give him money. They won't even give him money for transfers. All they will do is save the team during COVID. With the wages, but yeah, I don't think Arteta should be sacked. I don't blame him today, because I think if XHAKA, as I've said, I'm gonna blame on XHAKA today. I think the only player that I would sack tonight would be XHAKA. If you're allowed to sack a player, I'm not sure if you can do that, but he's got the red card. He had no regrets of doing that. He wasn't even frustrated to himself. He was just angry. Like he just lost his temper, lost control. And we thought that we should put XHAKA as a captain after what he's done. Never again. I'm sorry. Never again. Never again. Even in an Arsenal shirt. Never again. I'm sorry. And Arteta, I think he could have won this game today. And look, we lost this game very unluckily. And everyone was probably blaming the manager today. I'm sorry. Everyone's blaming the manager today. But what if we won? Exactly. Everyone would be probably praising the manager, saying, "Oh, he's done very well" and all that, and back on track and all that. I'm sorry, it's too early for Arteta, because he's only had one transfer window. I'm sorry, he's only at the summer window and in the middle of a COVID pandemic. I'm sorry. No, I'm probably this winter. I really hope he sells players. And with the money he sells players, he can probably buy players, hopefully. But he's got a very limited budget, and he's got a huge task in his hands. I really hope the owners don't sack him. I'm sorry, but I really hope he doesn't get sacked.
HK, I do understand. How many we've got to ask, last summer, how many players did Aston Villa sign? What is the budget of Leeds? All these teams are playing good football. And Leeds doesn't have good points. It's a perfect example. They don't have so much points. They're not 4th, they're not 5th, they're not 6th, they're not 7th. You get me? But look at the kind of football they're playing. They surely reflect that there is something the manager is teaching them. And this is why I want Mikel Arteta out. Not because he's a bad manager, but there isn't anything he's teaching in this club. You bring players on the pitch, plan A fails. Where is your plan B? When have we seen Mikel Arteta's plan B? When are we going to see Mikel Arteta's plan B? When? You have clearly a number 10 on the pitch, and one, you're dominating Burnley. You just need one player to get that ball through the, squeeze it through the ball of Burnley. You have Emily Smith-Rowe on the bench. If you bring him on, at least bring him on to justify yourself. If it doesn't work, it's okay. Bring him on to justify yourself. But man brings on Eddie Nketiah for Willian. That is crap substitution. That's a crap substitution. And I'm telling you, I don't want Mikel Arteta out because he is inexperienced or something. He is not learning from his mistakes. That's just the reason as to why I want him out. In the next 2 games, if he tries to show me something, he gets a plan B, or he tries to change something, I'm going to be like, okay, probably he needs another transfer window. But he needs to show us what is he going to do with the players. Does he have a strategy? Does he have a plan? Clearly right now he doesn't have a plan. And we cannot trust him with billions and billions of money when right now, man is not doing anything. No. I'm not patient until when, he's getting another transfer window. I don't want to see my team in 16th, 17th, 18th. I don't want to battle out with Sheffield to fight for who doesn't, who plays, play off with. No.
It still sounds so wrong that you're battling those teams. But anyway, I know we could be here until tomorrow talking about Arteta. Jules, quickly give me a lineup for Wednesday against Southampton. You still there?
He's there. I don't know whether the audio is on.
Of course, you can take it first. What would be a lineup for Wednesday?
I'm so happy and lucky that the frauds are out. Bellerin is out. Granit Xhaka is out. Pepe is coming back. Maybe he's I want to see his level of fragilence. So I don't know, but if David Luiz is fit, let him just come and fit in with GABRIEL, TIERNEY and Leno, retain their positions. Right back, no doubts about that. It's going to be Cedric. Right?
Yeah.
Then in the midfield...
No doubt. We could see Chambers there, Mustafi. No doubt. Have you been watching the same Arsenal?
I know. But I mean, if you're going by being normal and logical, but then up front, in front of them, I'll go with Pat is out, so it's NENY sticking in the midfield with Ainsley, Maitland-Niles. Get me? With Ainsley. I'm giving Ainsley a chance this time. Yeah. Of course, there isn't anything that SAKA has done, so I would want to see SAKA in that team, right?
Yeah, in front of them.
But I want to play a 4-2-3-1, not a 4-3-3. Yeah. I want to give I want to give Smith-Rowe somewhere to play. So the 2 is Ainsley and NENY, right? So the 3 up front, I'm using Aubameyang still. Because I want him to be dropped, but I still ask myself, who's coming in? Who's coming in? Nobody. So up front, I'm using Aubameyang. And the 3 behind Aubameyang is Emily Smith-Rowe, just behind Aubameyang, right? Pepe and Bukayo Saka. That's the lineup. I would have gone for Balogun, but Southampton is no joke. It's no joke.
Okay, Jules, what would be a starting lineup for Southampton?
Leno in goal. I think he should have. He couldn't do anything about it. Today. Yeah, and then also he takes a bit, like risks with the playing from the back, and it's very. I'm very nervous every time that happens because we could concede a goal anytime from when Leno does that. But anyways, Leno is my goalkeeper. I'll probably play a Arteta. There was a press conference. Arteta said that he was aiming to play Arsenal when they're fully developed as a 4-3-3, but I think he's wrong there. I'm sorry, 4-3-3. With the wingers we've got, we need a creative player. Arsenal nowadays don't work without a number 10. I personally think. But yeah, anyways,
HK,
the forward, the back. Yeah.
HK, he said he wants six more players to play 4-3-3.
Yeah, exactly. It's what is it? The whole wingers and all the center mids and the defenders. It's the whole team again. It's the whole team.
Wait, just give us your lineup first before.
Yeah, I will. So,
Leno.
Leno. So I would play 4. I'll play 4-2-3-1 in that case. Still, I would play in defense. I'd probably play. Mary's not ready. I'd really hope to see him though, because he can solve most of our defensive issues. And I think he's a very tall guy, right? So I think he could mark Vestergaard, who could be a huge threat, because he's our only tall, good defender, other than David Luiz, who's very average. And GABRIEL is also good. I think GABRIEL will manage him. I think Arteta, he's gonna play simple, just Rob Holding and GABRIEL. I don't think David Luiz is ready for this one. I think surely Arteta now knows that that Bellerin is just terrible. I hope he puts Cedric.
He's suspended. He's suspended for the next game. Bellerin is suspended.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. Anyways, it could be Maitland-Niles or Cedric. No, but exactly. No, that's perfectly fine.
I don't want what Arteta will do. I want what you would do. Who would you put as the right back?
Oh, what I would put. Okay. We've got two wing backs. We've got 2 right backs who can't cross the ball. Cedric and Bellerin. They can't cross the ball. I'm sorry, both of them can't cross the ball. I'll put Maitland-Niles on the right back, anywhere in the team, but I would put him right back, Maitland-Niles. Left back, I would put Kieran Tierney. The 2 central defensive midfields. Partey's out, obviously, still out. He'll still be out. Pepe's back for this game, right? But I'll put NENY and Ceballos. Ceballos is a huge risk, but it could be also a reward. Risk and reward with Ceballos. My number 10, I'll go with LACAZETTE.
A reward for the opponent. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because Danny Ceballos could be very risky, but yeah, he could be creative. But anyways, my number 10, LACAZETTE. On the right wing, I'd put Pepe. I think he's back, but I think Willian might come on the second half. I would put SAKA on the left wing. I hope he doesn't, because SAKA deserves a rest after everything he's done. He's still 19. It's too much pressure for him. Too many games. He's getting destroyed half of the games. But yeah, I would still start SAKA, unfortunately, because we don't have any other better options left wing. Maybe Nelson. I don't know. And anyways, up front, I'd go with Aubameyang, and I think he'll score this game, but we might lose. Although I think Aubameyang will score this game, I think we might lose the game. Simple as that.
Prediction for the game?
Probably. Wait, are we away?
Home.
Oh, we're home again. Oh, surely the fans aren't like the, as I've said, yeah. Surely they aren't like too like they're. Oh, surely we don't have fans that are just there to watch the game. Surely, or to watch the weather, as you guys said. So I'd probably go 2-1 loss. I've lost hope. I'm sorry.
I was about to end it, but it looks like Nathaniel wants to add something.
One thing real quick. I'm literally going to be on here for like a minute. Obviously, HK, big up yourself, but this whole like Arteta end thing is obviously like I want Arteta to prove me wrong, but as it stands right now, I don't think he's good enough. I mean, you do say like people say, oh, like give him a transfer window. But for me, like, if you look at the players he's brought in so far, and the players that he's gotten like re-signed, like a lot of people say, oh yeah, but he's got Bukayo Saka to re-sign, Martinelli to re-sign. That's all good, but he's also offered Granit Xhaka to stay. He's also begged Hector Bellerin to stay. You know, these bang average players, and I feel like his judgment is poor, because if you're offering people like Mustafi. If you're ordering if you're offering a new contract to people like Mustafi and he's rejecting it, I just feel like as a manager you should know that who your good players are and who your bad players are. And I feel like his judgment is very poor, bro. It's very poor, and I feel like that's something that he needs to improve on, because I wouldn't trust him I wouldn't give him any more money, because some of the players that he's bringing in is not good enough. I mean, other than Gabriel, Partey, and maybe I'm forgetting somebody else, he hasn't really used that money wisely. So I don't think he's a good enough manager, and I feel like he's very naive, and I feel like
he
he needs
didn't
to
have
learn.
enough money. That's the thing. He doesn't have any money.
Okay, sorry. It's we'll talk about it some other day. Prediction for Wednesday, Nathaniel?
I'll give a quick prediction. I'll go with a draw. Hopefully we don't lose. I'll go for a draw.
Cozy, prediction for Wednesday?
Southampton 3, Arsenal 0.
Dang! I thought I was negative.
I'll go Southampton 3, Arsenal 1. Yeah.
If I don't remember so badly, they went 2-0 up against United, right?
Yeah.
United overcome the result, right?
Yeah.
It's an automatic.
United had better plays than us, though.
Yeah, it's an automatic 3-0 loss. It's automatic. It's written all over it.
You know what? I'm gonna be positive for once, and I'm gonna say a 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw.
Nah.
Gabriel overhead kick.
Gabriel Viking. That's possible. That's probably the only way we can score. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. That was your match reaction and player ratings. Thank you to Cozy, to Jules from Arsenal, from HK, Nathaniel. We have another game. That's probably, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. A bad thing maybe because you're going to lose again. A good thing because we have another opportunity to make things right. And let's see if those players that are going to play that they are going to be good enough. But yeah, thank you for watching. Keep staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys during the Europa League draw in like 10 hours.